Oh, shit.
I guess what they say is it's not an adventure until something goes wrong. I guess this one qualifies for an adventure then. Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to another Spinistry chat. And this is another one of our urban slash suburban gravel training and adventure routes and maps and overviews. Basically what we're trying to do with this is show people some routes that they don't have to travel for hours to get a little bit of gravel in. A safe way to get in a little bit of riding and gravel training. This one's pretty fun. It's got some really cool stuff. We'll do a quick outline of what all's in this particular route, approximately how much gravel, talk about what we ran into. This is not a final, what I would say, recommended route. Our original route worked. I think it could be better. This is available in the Club Spinistry library, but with a caveat. What I'm showing you now and what is available in the library now, I haven't ridden completely myself. Most of it I have, but we'll talk about that. We'll also incorporate some footage from the ride just to give you guys a sense of what's where and what it entails and what it looks like. But first off, let's talk about where this one is. This is in the Colony, and that's not my neck of the woods. I know it's there. On either end of this route has a couple of shoreline trails that are city trails from the Colony. I think one's called the Colony Shoreline Trail and the other one's called Tribute Shoreline Nature Trail. There's a couple of other little park segments in there. Essentially, this current route as mapped is about 36 miles. My guess is a third to 40% is probably dirt slash gravel. There's a little bonus section in the middle. The little incident we had there at the very beginning, that happened in that bonus section. We'll give a longer video of the setup of what happened. We'll talk about what happened afterwards, things to be aware of. Hey, and we do want to thank our friends at Insurance for Texans. Riding our bikes every day makes us feel like a kid again, but the rest of the time we do have to deal with some adulting, don't we? Insurance is part of the adulting, but I guarantee you, Ron makes insurance as fun as you can imagine. Seriously. And where we started our route was at the Ridge Point Park. And you can see right from the get-go, from the Ridge Point Park, which is a very nice trailhead, by the way. Plenty of parking. There's a bike station there with a pump that does work quite well. Obviously, you can start from anywhere on the route that you want. And so all of this first few miles is crushed gravel. So basically gravel pathway. After about mile 3, we broke into what I believe is an Army Corps of Engineers park. Stewart Creek Park is my guess. Camping and so forth there, nice facilities, rode around in that a little bit and then doubled back. Originally, the way we did it, we doubled back on the whole trail and caught the roads and picked up some paved trail. This is where the alternate route that haven't tried out yet kicks in. So the way we have it laid out now is instead of going all the way back to the parking area, you catch a side street here to North Colony Boulevard. Heat maps show lots of bicycle activity on North Colony Boulevard. The other route that we had was, zoom out here, actually you can see it. It was this paved trail going out up to here, which was in theory pretty good, but as you can see, you're catching a road like every 200 feet. So it was just continuous crossing after crossing after crossing. You catch that up and basically swing up to Lebanon. Now we didn't ride on Lebanon, the road itself. There is a sidewalk slash bike path on both sides of the road. I specifically was trying to try out as much of the bike path and bike trail as possible because I know some people don't want to do roads at all. The way we have it routed now, there's this little bonus section here that we've incorporated. It's called the Stewart Creek hiking path or walking path or something like that. I honestly don't know why it's even here. It's a neat gravel section. I believe out and back it's probably a total of right about 5 miles. The way we have it routed currently is you go all the way out, halfway back, and then up Teal Street and use the light at Teal to cross Lebanon and use the north side. There is a Tom Thumb and shopping plaza over at this intersection with FM 423 and a Walgreens over here as well. We did a pit stop at the Walgreens. Follow Lebanon most of the way here, and across the street from this Lowell H. Strike Middle School, cross the road and pick up a paved trail here. And then this is our next section of City Trail. It's part of the Tribute Shoreline Trail. This little section, I think on the map, refers to it as Lake Shore Trail, but it's mostly crushed gravel through here as well. Really good riding. Really interesting. And then wind around and you pick up the trailhead, the proper trailhead to the Tribute Shoreline Nature Trail. Air-conditioned restrooms here, believe it or not. Water station, bike stand, maps, all that good stuff. And then you wind around in here, pick up a few miles of gravel. The way it's mapped out on this 36 miles, my guess is 40-ish% is probably gravel on this. The rest of it is primarily paved trail as mapped. We had our round of adventure that I guess I'll talk about now. Started at the top of the hill, coasting down, and a little bit of a creek crossing, and was transitioning from blazing sun, absolutely blazing sun, to a little bit of a shaded area. And there was a creek crossing there, went down one side, went up the other, and evidently there was some jagged edged rock sticking out the other side, and caught that really abruptly and immediately caused a pinch flat, which I'm sure you saw in the video there. Thankfully, it happened in one of the few shady spots on the trail at the hottest part of the day. Started to change the tire, ran into the CO2 inflator, cross-threaded, didn't want to put the CO2 cartridge back in there. We had backup pumps, so that wasn't a big deal. Switched to the pump, and we got to take the pump off, and the valve core came off and disappeared. And again, it's 100-degree heat, and pumping a mini pump in 100-degree heat, trying to inflate to 40 pounds plus, that was a beating. Sat down in the shade to start redoing it. Lo and behold, there was the valve core right there. So we didn't have to tear the tire down, put the valve core back on, pumped it back up, and we were good to go. That was the adventure part of this ride. That's the quickie overview of our Colony urban/suburban gravel adventure. Please leave your comments below. We've got some other stuff coming as well. We're looking for a spot to do another weekly ride. We'll have an overview of the Fort Worth Trinity trails coming soon, and the Denton 380 Greenbelt trails as well. Thanks for joining us.